What do women want? The age-old question. Men have been asking ourselves this all of our lives. What is our apple of our eye? What is our desire as men? What do we want? We want women. All our lives we've been pining after that perfect girl. Not necessarily that perfect girl. I wouldn't use that word perfect. I would use the word special. We want the special girl. We want love, right? The problem is that men and women have different versions of love. What's love to a man is not what's love to a woman. This is just a sad reality that you wake up to and you realize is really the truth. It's just we have layers of false narrative. We have layers of denial, cognitive dissonance that won't let us believe the truth. But the proof is in the pudding, as they say. What goes on out there is what's really true. Divorce is at an epidemic rate. Now that we've given women freedom, implying that they were ever fully under our control in the past, which is a debate in and of itself. They relied on us for necessity, historically. But divorce is at 60%. The top 3 reasons of divorce are cheating, infidelity, finances, and irreconcilable differences or emotional disconnect, so to speak. Those are the top 3 reasons of divorce. Well, some new studies say that women cheat now just as much as men, maybe just a little more statistically. So they can't blame that on us. Finances. Well, if women are breadwinners now, and if they have equality, then they can provide their own finances. So I'd say that's about 50-50. Irreconcilable differences. Well, anybody can grow cold, anybody can grow distant. It can happen. That's a neutral topic, but let's get back to that finances. Why would that be a deal breaker in a marriage? Well, practically speaking, if we be objective about it, how is a marriage going to survive if the finances aren't right? How is a marriage going to survive if the finances aren't right? It just does. What does money have to do with marriage? Well, practically speaking, as we become adults, we need to go out into the world. We need to make our own money, and we need to support ourselves so that we can have a family. Again, how is that connected to marriage? Last time I checked, whenever there's a marriage, they don't say, do you take this man to be your wedded husband, and do you take this woman to be your wedded wife under the pretext that your finances will be correct? No, they don't say that at all. What they do say, however, is, until death do you part, do you promise to love and hold this person? Do you promise to love and hold this person? Those are vows. Those are the wedding vows. Of course, nowadays, you can make up whatever wedding vows you want, but historically, traditionally, those are the wedding vows. to love and to hold this person, not to be subject to this person only if the finances are correct, not to be connected to this person only if the finances are there. So why would finances be a top 3 reason of divorce? Because women want security. Because their version of love is this nice little situation where everything's running functionally. Well, sometimes in life things don't function right. So what do? Do you throw away a relationship? Apparently, you have to have money in order to get a woman. And because of hypergamy, the standard has become astronomical. Who are we competing with? Donald Trump? The guy's got a gold condo, a gold-laden condo. So he's our competition. So we're all in competition for resources so that we can get a woman. How stupid are we as men to do that? How stupid. Why would you put a price tag on love? Love is free. Hello? I love my dog. I don't have to buy my way into my dog's heart. Sure, I gotta feed my dog. But if I didn't feed him, he would go fend for himself. I have a dog that I love, and I take care of that dog. But whether I take care of that dog or not, he loves me and I love him, because that's my dog. It's not a conditional type of love. If I didn't feed my dog, he would still love me. He hopes that I would feed him. But he wouldn't divorce me and go and find another family to live with. He would just suffer and starve, because a dog is loyal. Women want security. That's what women want. Look at their fantasies. Oh, the rich prince to come and save me. The frog turns into a prince. Look at all the romance movies. He's the perfect guy. He's got everything together. He's not a regular guy. He's not a Joe Schmo who works at wherever. He's an excellent guy. He's a perfect guy. They all want their hero, right? And guess what, guys? That's attached to your pocketbook. That's what it is. Men want love. What do we want to love? A woman. Women want love. What do they want to love? A man plus his resources. A man with all his accolades and his accomplishments. It's evident. It's everywhere. Go look. Why do they chase after actors? Why do they chase after sports players? Why do they chase after musicians? Why do those guys get tons of pussy? And Joe Blow, who works at IKEA, gets nothing? Because they want that money. Your relationship is a farce. It's a fraud. Take away your good circumstances, start to fall back a little bit. Your status gets lowered a little bit, and she leaves you with someone with a better status. That's how loyal women are. Even in the Bible, Paul the Apostle, as an example, says he didn't want men to get married. Sure, technically, if nobody got married, or if nobody procreated, so to speak, then what would happen? We'd die as a race. But pay attention to what Paul said. Paul said, if you get married, then you are going to be focused on pleasing your wife. What is pleasing your wife? What is it? How do you please your wife? You got to buy her stuff. You got to take her places. They're like children. They can't manufacture their own happiness. They would need you to make them happy. Take me on dates. Do this for me. Do that for me. Don't you love me? My mom used to always say, love is a verb, which is an action word. But actually, if you look it up in the dictionary, love is actually a noun. Sure, you may be able to express love through actions. But if you love someone, you just love someone. You don't necessarily have to buy them things. Something wrong with that. There's something sick about that. Men are being used and leached off of. Men are being exploited by succubuses. And the worst part, it's in their nature. It's in their nature. Even worse, their parents put it in their head, find a good guy, find a rich guy, marry a doctor, right? Why? Because they want their daughter to be taken care of. Is that so bad? Yeah, that is bad. You don't raise a daughter to go be a gold digger. You raise her to love and care for a man. We have a generation of failed children, failed parents. But I think it's deeper than that. I think that they're not raised that way. Biologically, they're not that way. They don't look at a man and say, I'm attracted to this personality, this character. They like that. They seek that. But deep down, the guy has to have resources. He has to be a breadwinner. He has to wine and dine her. Because they want security. Security to a woman is love. That's what women want. What's the object of our desire? Women. And we try to figure them out, but we're too stupid. But it's evident. Look outside. What are they doing? Chasing after men with money. And they're not even settling down anymore. They're just sleeping with them and leaving. Actually, I blame that on the guys. I used to be mad at that. I used to say, well, why do guys exploit women? Guys with money, they should just... I know why. Because those guys feel used. Oh, you didn't want me when I was a nobody, but then I climbed the social status ladder, got some money, and now all of a sudden every woman wants me. Well, you're all phonies. I would never trust you. I'm going to pump and dump you. I'm going to screw your brains out and never call you again. And then women get all mad and, oh gosh, guys are all jerks, and they don't even look at their own behavior. Yeah, we treat you like crap because you view us as a credit card. You view us as utility. And then you have these weirdos who big up this, well, that's what a man's to do. That's a man's. Oh, okay, really? So our only worth as a man is to provide resources, huh? That's it. Just provide resources. So we're just a bank account. That's what men are. Shut up. I tell all those people, all those guys, just shut up. you're just propagating the bullshit. You're not making it any better. You're making it worse. You're giving them precedent. Oh, a man is a loser if he doesn't make money, if he doesn't have a good job, if he doesn't have a good career. Oh, so everybody who doesn't have a college degree is a loser. Everybody who doesn't have a good career and is not at least upper middle class is a loser, huh? We got a world full of losers, huh? They have no worth whatsoever. It's pretty fucked up. No, you're classifying men and you're saying their worth is based upon their ability to provide. That's wrong. You're part of the problem, guys who do that. Guys who flaunt their wealth and feel like they're more superior than other men because they have higher paying jobs. You're part of the problem. You're not supporting men. You're not helping anybody out. You're not helping humanity out. You're for yourself. You want all the goods. You want all the riches. You want the best women. No, a person's worth is on their heart, is in their heart. A person's worth is in their morals. A person's worth is in their character. A person's worth is based upon whether or not they're honest, humble, kind. That's how you measure a person. That's how you measure a man. Not by how much money they make. Fuck your competition. Okay, fuck your hypergamy. Fuck anyone who plays into that, male or female. Fuck your evil, fraudulent government system that lies and taxes its citizens and has evil laws that benefit women over men. If you play into that by being hypergamous yourself, by saying, I'm going to climb this ladder and so I get all the benefits, I'm going to become Donald Trump, who has a horrible personality, horrible character, is dishonest, bigoted, racist, sexist, etc. But he's our president because he has money and because he can figure out how to maneuver and pay people off and whatever he had to do. If you behave like that, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Period. And you play into women's bullshit with that, you know, and you think, oh, I can get benefits. I can weasel my way in and yeah, you play into that. So that's what women want. That's what women want. They want money. They want resources. You don't believe me? Lose your job. See if she sticks around. See, we're conditioned to work from the time we turn 18. And we don't think of it in a sense that, well, I have a choice. We don't think of it that way. We think of it in the sense that I gotta go out and survive. I gotta leave. I gotta leave the nest and go out and provide for myself. But if you've ever been in a situation where you lost your job, if you've ever been in a situation where you went through a hard time, you realize that people look at you differently if you're not doing well for yourself. If you've ever been in a situation where you had a good career, then you lost it, and then you lost all your friends, you lost your social group, you lost your wife, you lost your girlfriend, you realize how much society emphasizes that and how much women care about that. You come to these realizations. A lot of people don't think about it because they're too busy working and they're too busy trying to make money and they're too busy with all the entertainment, the new movies and the new this and the new that. They don't have time to think about how the system is rigged, how the system is set up. They don't have time to think about why women choose men and how men play into it. But if you did lose your career and your wife left you, if you did get dumped by a girlfriend who chose a guy with a better career than you, if you did have to restart your whole life and build it from the bottom up, then you might realize where your worth really lies as a man, how your worth is really set up. If she doesn't stick with you and you got nothing, man, she doesn't love you. She doesn't really love you. Her love is conditional. Her love is based on something that's transient. You could lose your job. You could switch your career. Your career could get taken over by robots or something. Your career could get bought out by China, could get shipped over to a different country, Vietnam, right? And they manufacture something that's you were doing it. Now you're out of luck. Now you're out of a job. And you can't take care of a family anymore. Now you're no longer a man, right? That's what the world wants to tell you. That's what the system wants to tell you. You're no longer a man. So your entire worth is wrapped up in your ability to produce, your ability to provide resources. It has nothing to do with your heart. It has nothing to do with how good of a person you are. It has nothing to do with how interesting and funny you are, your personality. None of that matters. That's all just extra. That's the toppings on the pizza. That's the icing on the cake. When women say, I want a funny guy, I like guys who make me laugh, I want an interesting guy, I want an intellectual guy, I like nerdy guys, I like whatever. That's just icing on the cake. Bottom line, they want you to take care of them. Bottom line, this is how they view a man. In addition to, they have to be attracted to you, they have to, right, think you're a hot guy. That's just bottom line. They're already looking at you. What does he do for work? They're already thinking that. That's already in their programming. It already matters. What do women want? That's what women want. They want the guy with the best resources. And then they want the icing on the cake. And how's it working out for you, ladies? 60+% divorce. Finance is a top 3 reason. It ain't working. It's a broken system. Then you fall back on the state to leech the guy's money out of you. Alimony, child support, theft. It's a broken system. And that's what you want, ladies. This is what you've produced. So guys, do you really, have you actually found real love? Do you really think that she really loves you? Or is her love dependent on your pocketbook? Think about it. Is she the breadwinner? If so, then hey, it might be real love. She doesn't care whether you work or not. She just likes you for you. She wants to marry you just because she loves you. That might be real love if you found that. But if she says you're a loser, I want you to have a better career, she doesn't love you, man. That's not real love. Maybe when you're older and after she's had a baby, and after she's gone through 4 divorces and she's hit the wall, then maybe she'll start to realize that, oh, I'm the problem. I'm the one who's messing things up for myself. It's not men. I rode the cock carousel from age 15 to age 30. Then I got married. Then I got divorced in 5 years. Then I got remarried. Then I got divorced again in another 5 years. And during that whole time, I had about 3 kids. 2 of them were out of wedlock. 1 was when I was married. And now that I'm overweight and hardened by life's trials and stresses with my children and these divorces and men, right? After I realized that feminism didn't help me anymore, I realized I'm the problem at 45. Well, maybe, guys, when she hits 45 and she's got those 3 kids and she's hit the wall and she's overweight, she realizes that she actually needs to have a real relationship by actually loving the guy and caring about him and treating him right, and it's no longer just all about her, then maybe you can find real love, guys. Until then, good luck dating. Good luck trying to find love. It's all contingent upon your pocketbook. And on top of that, you got to make sure that irreconcilable differences doesn't happen. You got to make sure you take her on dates and please her, because if you don't, it's like Paul the Apostle says, you got to please your wife. Spend all that time trying to make her happy. Happy wife, happy life, right? Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. What do you think that means? It means you got to please her. And if she doesn't like what you're doing, she gonna leave you, buddy. She gonna leave you, and probably she's gonna cheat first. Why do women stray? Why do they seek out new dick? Because they get bored. They get bored. You should have wined and dined me. You should have romanced me. Well, you can't do that every day, 365, for the rest of your life. She could get bored at any time, fella. And then what? She gone. She gone. She cheated. She fell out of love with you. Because to her, it's all about her. Because she's the princess. I'm a princess. All I gotta do is sit back and look pretty and have a good pussy. Sure, that'll last until you're about 40. So maybe when she's 45, guys, maybe then you'll find your love. But do you want it at that point? After she's been ran through by whole football teams of guys? Whole squads of guys? 30, 40, 50 plus men? By the time she's 40? Probably more than that? You sure you want it? After she's been through 3 divorces, until she finally realized that she was the problem. If she realizes that she was the problem. After she's had 3 kids, and she's overweight, and she's hit the wall. Do you still want it? She finally decides to love you and treat you right. Do you still want it? If not, you might want to consider MGTOW. Thanks for listening. It's Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast.